Okay, so I'm literally bringing this to you from the field in Bedfordshire. We've got a guy out just around there in a seat. Rob's out with a client training for level 2 just across the way. So just to take a little bit of footage of Chinese water deer. So just going to take this opportunity to bring you my early thoughts on the Nocpix Vista series. So this is the top of the range. This is the H50R. Again, a unit that I am mightily impressed with. So sort of the features that appeal to me. First of all, this is very similar to the Lumi, the Vista Lumi that I did a review on last week. So what I like about it is the controls are all broadly speaking the same. Very intuitive, fit nicely under your fingers. So really we've got a 50mm objective lens, diopter fine tune at the back to set that into your own eye. Again, you've got the eye cup, which I like, so that can move around depending on whether you're right or left eye. As I said, a lot of stalkers sort of shoot with the right and have the thermal on the left. I tend to use mine on the right, but you can move the cup around to suit and flip it back if you don't want to use it. I like the covers on these units. Little locking system, and it flips back and holds back, so it's not always wanting to roll forward and clips back into place. So when it's putting it back in the pouch, then keeps the lens clean, but there is a nice little catch on it which is not noisy, relevant in the field when you're stalking. Very, very big field of view from this unit. Charging port, standard USB charger in there. This one has a replaceable ion battery, accessible via the fairly easy control there, so the whole thing will drop out and put in, so you can carry a spare battery in your pack if you wish, and obviously if batteries start to degrade over time then you can replace. Battery life, optimum conditions, 5.5 hours, ample time for a stalking or a foxing outing. Controls as the other unit, the Lumi, are, as I've said, very intuitive. Your fingers fit over them nicely, so you're not having to look at them when you're out in the field when it's dark, and after all that's when these things are most useful. On-off button at the front. A little pause on the press and then it charges up. Very quick warm-up charge, ready to go, I don't know, a couple of seconds maybe. And then you have 3 standard controls on the unit. Your central is your menu button, so again, one short press or one long press brings up either of the menus, and you have the standard menu and the standard colour palette menu. So all the functions then are controlled via up and down arrows between your sort of front and your back fingers. So it's very easy without looking at the unit just to operate and move through the menu, select an option and alter it to suit. Standard sort of colour palettes as you would expect on a thermal. Multiple options for carrying the unit, a very well thought out strap arrangement. So I carry mine in a pouch. This does fit in my Predator pouch quite comfortably, so I can flick it in and out. I tend to get used to, I like it out of the way there, and then I can use it as I need it, sort of put it away. But there's 2 or 3 different strap arrangements depending on whether you want to use it sort of close into your binoculars around here or as a harness around your neck, but lots of different options with that. And also it comes with a case which is designed to be able to fit or strap onto your belt. So again, Nocpix have actually thought about actually physically using it. Detection range on this, 2600 meters, which is, you know, and it does, and you can see to that range. Very, very clear image. So remarkably clear actually. It's the sort of thermal now that you're beginning to make an ID, an identification of the deer in sort of good clear conditions. Still I think you need to go onto the binoculars, but you've got quite such a clear view through this that you can actually do in many cases identify, you know, the deer sex that you've got in front of you. Really wide field of vision as well, so you can cover you know, one sweep covers a really wide area. But what is particularly impressive about Nocpix is the actual clarity of vision on these units. It's incredibly clear and sharp. It's a very quick gain, you know, so I am impressed with that. Rangefinder in here, rangefinder effective up to 1200 meters. Again, particularly for the foxing guys, that's a particularly useful function, or anybody doing any work at night. if you can pick up your target and then go onto a night vision scope, but you know your ranges and your distance, then makes life an awful lot easier. So very, very good function. You can download through the menu onto devices, phones. You can set that all up so it's Wi-Fi enabled, or you can use the standard kind of USB charger, which I tend to do, to download images onto the computer if you want to, if you want to do that. So it's fully compatible, and little charging port in there for your USB connector. All nice and neat. Your straps well positioned for your harness. Unit weighs 650 grams, so again, not massively heavy, but I mean, this is there's a lot of bang for your bucks here. So there is some weight with it naturally, but not excessively so. Well built, robust, stand weather, operates to low temperatures. What's really not to like? Very, very good unit. Both the Nocpix units that I've tested are very much worthy of consideration if you're in the market for a thermal, for sure. Guys at Talongear can give you advice on that. The main distributors for these are Hawk. Extremely good unit. I would do so I've been using this now for I don't know, about a week or so. So that's my first thoughts. The conditions have not been absolutely fantastic because we've had that kind of mizzly, warm, kind of moist atmosphere, which is not the ideal conditions for real sharpness on a thermal. But you'll see through the images, it cuts through that quite well, brilliantly actually. So even in conditions that are not ideal, functions extremely well. So yeah, Nocpix Vista H50R. Good kit.